Brazil, the kings of football, past, present, and the road to FIFA World Cup 2026. Football is not just a game in Brazil. It's a religion. It's a culture. It's an emotion that runs through the streets, the beaches, the favelas, and the stadiums. When people hear the word World Cup, one country comes to mind more than any other. Brazil. 5 stars on the jersey, 5 World Cup trophies, and a legacy no nation has ever matched. But here's the big question. Is Brazil still the king of world football? And can they win the FIFA World Cup 2026? Today, we dive deep into Brazil's World Cup history, their recent performances, and what the future holds for them in 2026. So sit back, because this is the story of Seleção. Brazil's FIFA World Cup legacy. Brazil is the only country in the world that has played in every single FIFA World Cup since 1930. Let that sink in. World Cup titles. Brazil has won the World Cup 5 times. 1958, Sweden. 1962, Chile. 1970, Mexico. 1994, USA. 2002, South Korea and Japan. No other nation comes close. The Golden Era. Brazil gave football its most legendary names. Pelé, Garrincha, Zico, Romario, Ronaldo Nazario, Ronaldinho. They didn't just win, they entertained. Brazilian football became famous for beautiful dribbling, flair and creativity, attacking football, joy on the pitch. Fans didn't just watch Brazil, they felt Brazil. Recent World Cup performances. Now let's talk about reality. 2014, the biggest shock. The 2014 World Cup was hosted in Brazil. Expectations were sky high. And then came Germany versus Brazil. 7-1. One of the most painful defeats in football history. That match changed Brazilian football forever. 2018 Russia World Cup. Brazil arrived strong but lacked sharpness. They were eliminated in the quarterfinals by Belgium. Good team, not a great result. 2022 Qatar World Cup. Brazil looked dangerous again. Vinicius Jr., Neymar, Richarlison, the attack was exciting. But in the quarterfinal, Croatia shocked Brazil on penalties. Another early exit. Another heartbreak. Brazil hasn't reached a World Cup final since 2002. That's over 20 years. Brazil's transition phase. Brazil is currently in a transition period. The old generation is slowly stepping aside. A new generation is rising. New stars. Vinicius Jr., pace, skill, confidence. Rodrigo, clutch moments, big game mentality. Bruno Guimarães, midfield control. Gabriel Martinelli, explosive energy. And of course, Neymar, Brazil's all-time top scorer. But age, injuries, and pressure raise a big question. Will Neymar be at his peak in 2026? If Brazil wins in 2026, it could be Neymar's last dance. Tactical evolution of Brazil. Modern football is different. Brazil can no longer rely only on flair. They must balance creativity with discipline. Recent issues Brazil faces: defensive inconsistency, over-reliance on individual brilliance, mental pressure in knockout games. However, Brazil's biggest strength remains squad depth, world-class attackers, experience on the global stage. If Brazil finds the right coach and the right balance, they become terrifying again. FIFA World Cup 2026. Can Brazil win it? The 2026 World Cup will be hosted in USA, Canada, and Mexico, featuring 48 teams instead of 32. This means more matches, more rotation needed, strong bench strength, and guess who benefits from that? Brazil? Why Brazil can win in 2026? Deep squad, young players hitting prime age, experience in big tournaments, motivation to end the 24-year drought. What could stop them? Tactical mistakes, defensive errors, pressure in knockouts, injuries to key players. Brazil doesn't fail because of talent. They fail because of execution. So, how will Brazil perform in FIFA World Cup 2026? Here's the truth. Brazil will always be a favorite. Brazil will always be feared. Brazil will always be Brazil. But winning the World Cup today requires more than talent. It requires mentality, planning, and calm under pressure. If Brazil gets it right, the 6th star is possible. If they don't, the wait continues, and one thing is guaranteed. When Brazil steps onto the pitch in 2026, the world will be watching. If you love football stories like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Do you think Brazil will win the 2026 World Cup?